Yeah.
None of us contributing to the building of the nation.
Yeah.
And
there's no structure with them 200. And then if everybody was thinking alike and want the same thing, that's one thing. But 9 times out of 10, out of them 200, you might have like 20 folks who really trying to do something, and that's not gonna work.
And then
but
out of
look
that
here,
24, the numbers
look,
is going to dwindle down because what happened out of those 24, a significant portion is also going to lose hope in the process.
Yep.
Yep.
And
look
and,
at
and
So,
then and then people want to be the leader.
Oh
You know what I
Lord.
mean?
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. That's the worst right
look
there.
here. Hey, look at here.
So
What
I say all
about the
that to
Million
say,
Man March?
See,
The what?
The Million Man March is the perfect example. He had a million men come together, but he ain't had no plan. It was just okay. We just here to look good, to collect
exactly.
Now,
money.
Hold. In their defense, can y'all hear me? I'm back. Can y'all hear
Yeah.
me?
and,
Yeah, we hear
All right,
you.
all
Yeah, the Lord Bell has returned.
right,
and we
cool.
get
All right, let's bring some hell down on this Million Man March since you want to bring up that bullshit. Now, in defense, they did have a goal. Like the
What was
mess.
it?
Hold on. The, the the goal was to get fathers to be more in their kids' life, right? That was the goal. But here's the thing: all that shit got overshadowed by having them homosexuals come on stage
Oh
talking
my God.
both times at the Million Man March at the anniversary as well. So all that shit got overshadowed, and to be honest with you, from what I've heard from other people that actually attended, it was nothing but a mating ground. And I'm just gonna leave it like that.
A mating
hey,
ground?
right.
Seriously?
Hold on,
For
hold on, hold on,
who?
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You said they were hooking up other men? It wasn't no females there at the
No,
time?
no. What I'm saying, what I mean by that is, it was a lot of niggas just going out there to see females in DC, and I'm not hating on that. I'm just pointing it out to show you. Now I've heard that some people left the march and they got inspired and done some things, but that's individual things.
On the next
What?
one, next
Oh,
Million
oh,
Man.
huh?
So basically, what you're saying is only a handful of people after it got inspired to go out here and do something.
What? What? What?
Everybody else came for sex and just to look good.
Okay. Listen to what I'm saying. What at both marches? Because there was two of them, right?
At both marches, because that was
Yeah.
What? You know, if you're gonna get all those people together, you got to have to where there's something where not just one individual is doing this. One individual. No.
That's what I'm saying.
What is you doing as a whole?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say some extra. Fuck it. I'm gonna talk my shit tonight. I
Mm-hmm.
went to Savior's Day probably like 2013, 2012. Faircom was taking up money to buy land. For that damn money, bro. They had a goal. You gonna save up change? Everybody turn their change in. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Elijah Muhammad did. They took up change and all that. All that stuff they did back in the '60s and '70s, whatever they wanted to get land. Fine. They never got the land. They never did what they
Mm-hmm.
were. Now I'm not saying Nation doesn't have land at this moment, but I'm talking about when they were taking up all that money trying to buy this so-called land, they never did it. That's why I don't fuck with them. And this is 2012, no, 2013, 2012, whatever. But I'll leave it right there.
You sound like Omar Johnson. Did he ever come up with that school? Did that school ever came out?
Hey, let me tell you about Umar Johnson. This is a guy by the name of the Guy 720. Shout out to him. Y'all check him out. He got some good stuff. But he was saying Umar Johnson, if he would just use his head and then he say he was trying to scam. I ain't gonna say scam. He was trying to get $2 million or whatnot to build a school. And 720 was saying if he would have just did an online school, he dang would have got 50 million. But Negroes don't think.
Okay, look at the screen, y'all. This
All right,
guy right here, he's from Brooklyn, New York.
I don't see now.
I don't see nothing either.
All right, hold on. I'm about to share this. I'm about to show you this guy. He came to Nashville. He was going around. Uh, he's from Brooklyn originally, but he was going around. Whatever. Anyway, he came to a Cleveland bookstore. K Butter. Look, can y'all see it now?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I know
Yeah, I
K
know who
Buddy.
K
Which
Buddy is.
which color Irene be talking about that man?
She got on the column for him. Keep playing around.
All right, whatever. So this guy has his own school right here, y'all.
Show enough.
And all thing he did was he just bought up apartment buildings and turned them into a school. That's all he did. Bought up a couple apartment buildings, and now he has a. Now he teaches. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he's the principal, whatever. But so this is just him just showing top. Let me see. Like, they in there working on robotics and all that. That's what-
Show enough.
I respect him for that though.
Yeah, me too.
So I made this video up to say this. Umar Johnson can get this done. You don't need big ass schools. See, let's just, bro. What's all that? Keep it breathing, bro. What's all that, bro?
It's like you
Somebody.
echo.
Okay,
You know,
bro.
you know what you're saying?
All right, like what I was saying though, like Umar Johnson can do this. It's just that he want to, like Negro. Bro, who was breathing?
You sure that ain't coming from the video?
Hey,
Bro, it ain't
my
coming from
issue,
that.
I was gonna say, my issue with Dr. Umar Johnson, as far as the whole school situation is concerned, is the fact that this man is like, truth be told, he has ideas in terms of how he wants the
Hey,
school
hey,
to.
hey, hey, Mr.
Problem
Homophobe,
is,
you went out for a little bit. Say it one more time.
no, I was saying though, like as Dr. Umar Johnson's ideas in terms of building his school, like he has some really, really, really phenomenal ideas. Like, I mean, come on,
Mm-hmm.
you want to teach the children how to fly, agriculture, and all that good stuff. And don't get me wrong, it can happen, but it can't happen on the particular level that he wants it to be. Because in order for that to happen, truth be told, a sizable portion of us have to be on the same page.
Yeah,
Dr. Umar Johnson don't need to receive money from every black person in the United States. What he need is a really strong think tank.
Yep.
yeah.
Like, come on. Like I said, he want to teach actual agriculture to the children, meaning teaching them how to grow crops. This
I
man want
mean,
to teach serious African spirituality. This man want to teach children flying. He
I
want to
mean,
make sure these children graduate with pilot licenses.
what?
These are
Hold
dope and
on, hold
amazing
on,
ideas,
hold on.
but they are not realistic.
Mr. Homophobe now, he probably was saying all this just to get nigga money. I don't know if he was serious about it. See, the ideas and stuff probably came up to be true or whatever, whatnot. But you know how niggas make up something just to make it sound good. But I don't think he really meant that. Because if he really meant that, he would have done it or try to do it and fail. You see what I'm saying? At least if you would have failed, people would be like, well, he tried to do it. He ain't try.
I'm not knocking you up, on what you're saying because it makes sense. But again, when you really sit down and look at it, this shit is unrealistic. Again, you want to teach a whole bunch of children agriculture. We're talking like at least 80 to 100, maybe almost 200 students.
No,
You
no,
need
no.
a
That's
big
realistic. That's
now,
realistic.
no.
My high
Listen,
school.
because it's not just that. Keep in mind, this is that on top of a whole bunch of other shit. Like I said, agriculture. You need a big ass field to do that. You want to teach children African spirituality. That means you need to get actual African people or proud black people who know this shit about spirituality
That's
to
true.
teach this. You all,
That's
and,
true.
and like I said, and the last part is he want his children. He want the children to graduate with pilot licenses.
Nah, that's something he can't. That can't. That he
And
can't
again,
go from out.
I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not saying it's not possible or it can't happen. Truth be told, it can happen. But all these particular things at one school in one city, that shit is fucking unrealistic.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it sounds like he's trying to start a college or something. I mean,
That shit is unrealistic.
Yeah,
and,
that's
and
true.
then and unless he thought he gonna get $1 billion some dollars out these folks, and that's why he said what he said. He said maybe if I say it like this, maybe I can get a couple billion.
And again, I'm not knocking him for having his goals and aspirations, but once again, this shit is too damn unrealistic, and I'm gonna explain to you why. You need not a sizable group of people, but you need some real serious backing. You need a serious think tank. So let me put it in perspective for y'all. Umar Johnson wants all this stuff, and this requires a serious amount of money. That means He needs all the serious heavy hitters, which unfortunately are black entertainers. That means he needs Oprah Winfrey. He needs the Carters, both Sean and Beyonce. That means he needs Dr. Dre, because Dr. Dre is also extremely rich as well. I don't know if he's wealthy, but he's extremely rich. He needs Diddy. He needs whoever else is considered multi-millionaires or damn near billionaires. And unfortunately, all of them are in the entertainment industry. These niggas is not gonna sign up for this shit because they don't give a.
Oh yeah, nope.
That's a wrap right there.
So that's why I said this shit is unrealistic. Now, if he decided he wanted to focus on one particular aspect, let's just say he wanted to teach the children agriculture, strictly agriculture. Oh hell yeah, he can do that shit because there's a whole bunch of cats who know they're thinking too about agriculture. And next you notice, you got a whole bunch of kids that know how to grow crops. If he's strictly focused on the importance of African spirituality, there will be, I ain't gonna say there's gonna be a ton of brothers and sisters who know this shit, but get a sizable amount of brothers and sisters that's willing to teach it. And for the record, it's also gonna take dedication on the child's side to learn African spirituality. Then it can happen. And as far as piloting is concerned, if he had the necessary means to teach children how to fly, strictly how to fly, then realistically, all three of these things can happen. But can all three of them happen in one sitting? No, sir, they cannot. It's too unrealistic. We do not trust each other enough for that. And the people who are higher ups or have the necessary means to do it, which again are black entertainers, they not about that shit. Oprah Winfrey has a reputation to protect. She has to protect her money. The Carters have a reputation to protect. They got to where they got because they've been doing what they're doing with a whole bunch of white people. They not about to do that shit. Diddy show as hell ain't going. Dr. Dre show as hell ain't going.
It's a cold game out here, man.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Yeah, it's really cold and it's really fucked up. But the thing is, personally for me, I'm convinced that we can do what we gotta do. It's just, again, we have to accept the fact that we have to leave some people behind. As hard as fucked up as it sounds, and as much as might hurt a couple of people too, because you'll be surprised. You might have to leave your best friend behind. You might have to leave your mother behind. You might have to leave your father behind. It was even funny about these particular situations. They the ones that put you on, but you might have to leave them behind in order to advance as a people. And I tell people this shit, and to quote Marcus Garvey, because he did say not all of us is gonna make it. I have no problem even admitting this. I'm probably not gonna make it. But you want to know something? I'm gonna make sure some people make it though.
Yeah. Sure enough.
That right there is real though.
I'm just being honest with the way shit is looking. It's not even a guarantee that even not even gonna say you yourself ain't gonna make it, but I'm speaking it personally for me. It's not a guarantee that I'm gonna make it. But you want to know something? I'm gonna see to it that others do.
Yeah.
If I can't make it, my children gonna make it. If I'm not blessed enough to have children, my nieces and nephews will. If I don't get to them fast enough, I got news for you. Some black children and some brothers and sisters will make it. That's my word. If I ain't gonna do it, somebody will.
Yeah.
Hey, that's real though. That's hey, cuz I missed you on that, bro. That's real, bro. But you gonna make it though. I'm gonna tell you that right now, man. You gonna make it.
Shit, I wanna make it. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
You gonna make it, cuz.
I wanna make it.
Cuz. I forgot we record. I forgot we were recording, man. I was gonna say something.
It's cool.
I was gonna say something.
I'm just being honest, man.
We're gonna chop it up later.
Definitely. But like I said, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's just a whole bunch of shit that I'm tired of, and I want to see something done about it. But I do acknowledge the fact that I can do something about it. And to go and to sort of kind of go back to what we were saying about I believe Lord Vell mentioned some shit about individualism as far as the Million Man March is concerned. I get it. There's nothing wrong with you being an individual. Lord Vell, you stick out for who you are. You stick out for you stick out. King of the Plug, you stick out. Bishop Blackwell, you stick out. I can't remember the other brother's code name on here, so
Mississippi,
I'm
Mississippi.
all right, Mississippi. You stick out. That shit is what's up. And you have the necessary power and means to do a lot of great things. That's not up for debate. But if you really want to do some serious shit, you need to get with some like-minded brothers and sisters.
Yep, that's
And
true.
I'm gonna tell you something that Dr. Amos Wilson had pointed out too. He said individual power don't mean shit if we don't have the group power to back it up.
Yep, yep,
That's
yep.
the only reason why racism is so pervasive. White supremacy that is racism is so fucked up, and that's the reason why white people are the way they do. They not the way they is because of certain particular groups of individuals. No, that shit is a fucking collective. Yes, there are a few. Okay, so fine, bet there are probably one or two white people who are quote unquote not racist or don't practice racial prejudice. I'll give you a dog biscuit for that. But it still doesn't change the fact that 99% of you motherfuckers is practicing this shit. So I got news for you. As the 1%, you ain't good enough for me. And in the case of us as a peep, I get it. You know, Dr. Martin Luther King stood up and did some shit. That's what's up. Malcolm X stood up and did some shit. Phenomenal. Marcus Garvey stood up and did some shit. Dr. Khalid Muhammad, Sister Shahrazad Ali, Dr. Maremba Ani, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, all these people. I'm not knocking them for the amazing work ethic that they did, and even right down to some of the results that they've achieved. But they could have worked a whole lot better, especially within specific time frames, especially here during this time before Dr. Francis Cress Wilson passed away. But more work could have been done or more results could have been achieved if they had groups of people working together trying to do this shit.
Yep. If they would have got together, started doing all that beefing and stuff, their money would have been more, and they would have been able to get into the politics, and they would have been able to do a lot of stuff.
Of course. But unfortunately, like, you know, we get so caught up sometimes we get so caught up in ego and a whole bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
And the shit that I find funny is being the librarian that I am, because I'm big on research. I've took the time and I've studied this, and I've even looked at it from a micro perspective, meaning I've been to events in New York City and police rolled up on us. White people do not like seeing black people grouped up.
Oh yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
That is a problem. That is a no-no. Never mind the fact that let's just say, regardless of whether the fact that we grouped up to engage in some nigga shit or not, that's irrelevant. Too many black people in one space, nah, that's the problem. We see two niggas, oh nah, we don't know about that. 3 niggas, we gotta raise the flag. 4 niggas get the flashlight. 5 of them get the gun. And they don't even give a fuck whether y'all trying to rob somebody or not. It's just the fact that it's too many of y'all walk.
Yeah.
And because I noticed that shit, and I noticed the fact that police decided to run up on one of my homies who stepped out just to smoke a cigarette in a Brooklyn event, that told me right then and there, okay, cool. It ain't even about the fact that we doing something constructive. It's the simple fact of the matter is we all grouped up in one space. They hate that shit. And so I say all that to say, like, knowing the fact that they fear this shit, we have to be smart about establishing our group.
Yeah.
And we really, really do have to be serious. It goes back to, matter of fact, we recording, so we can't even discuss that business venture. But
Or somebody playing a video game.
Nigga, you know who it is, nigga. How you? I'm gonna put this on mute, nigga. All right. But yeah, man, this has been a good conversation right here. That was real.
Yeah.
Black folks gotta hear this, bro.
Hey, I was driving, y'all. I'm gonna title this video though, "Real Talk." That's what both of these videos gonna be called, "Real Talk."
All right.
Cause this was some real talk right here. This is what we need to be having. This is the conversation we need to be having daily. In my opinion, the stuff that's going on in our community, things that we could
Now,
do to change it. And also having conversations off the line, but offline. But go ahead.
now, Lord Vale, we need to bring some women in so we can teach them something. See what I'm
Nah,
saying?
we definitely
See,
do need to bring some females, no, some sisters up in here. It ain't even about the fact that teaching them, although that would be cool if they willing to actually learn. Truth be told, we also have to be ready, willing, able to learn from them as well. But we have to bring some substantial sisters. This cannot be a one-sided thing. So if we're pretty much willing and able to teach or put our sisters onto some shit, they also have to come correct and reciprocate and be willing to put us onto some shit. And we as men have to be willing to listen.
That's
Yeah,
real.
that's real.
Like
I agree with it. It just
we
sometimes women they be saying some crazy stuff sometimes. But
and I
that,
get that, which is why we have to be selective with some of the women that we choose into the group.
that's true.
Just like with this, we not was saying we, but y'all was selective, or whoever created this group was selective in choosing the type of brothers in this group. You can't just let any old person in this shit.
yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
100.
Hey, my cousin got kicked out. He up here trying to be a fake gangster. Lying to people online. Yeah, I said it. Fuck it. Get down.
Man,
you know, so he had to go.
Talking about Mr.
see,
357.
and that's a prime
But
example of what I said about not all of us not gonna make it.
that's real.
That's a prime example. Now, does that mean he's not gonna make it a period? No, but this is just one example. You trying to create some shit, and you see that he's not serious, so it's like, I'm sorry, my dude, you can't be part of this.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't even, and sometimes it ain't even about personal. It's just business,
Yeah,
or
Mm-hmm.
it's just the principle of the situation.
yeah. You right.
Hey, Muhammad, let me say this about you, bro. Like, not to give you a pat on the back, but this is why I started fucking with you because I saw that you was different from them other
Hmm.
that was them dudes and them little poetry things. Cause they just, to me, I'm be honest with you, they ain't got no backbone like you did. Like there was a couple of them that did that I mess with that that me and that are mutual friends of ours, but for the majority
Yeah.
of them, nah, I couldn't rock with them. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel you. I'm not gonna name no names out of respect, but I will say there's a whole bunch, like me and you already had this conversation. There's a whole bunch of people I don't fuck with in that particular space. I acknowledge it for what it is because it did bring a lot of black people together, but I don't like how we were all brought together. Because when you really sit down and look at it, like there was really no central purpose, or there was, excuse me, no initial goal. And if there was an initial goal behind it, it was not pure.
Hmm.
So
Really, I ain't gonna lie. Really, most times when they do groups like that, they be trying to smash the females.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's like a cult. Nigga be in there just ready.
come on, every week was. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind erotic poetry, or I don't mind sex poems, whatever wordplay you want to use. But every week,
I'm so trying to get some.
and then what make it real bad is 75% of the lineup consisted of almost some erotic shit. And what make it real bad is like a significant portion of that shit wasn't even like, I ain't gonna
Poetry.
say it wasn't. I ain't even. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't in plain English. It really wasn't poetry. It was nothing. It was nothing beautiful about the words. A lot of that shit really was just plain and simple. I want to suck your dick. I want to dig your back out. I
They're
want to put
really
a
saying
hole in your
that.
mattress. Like, there's
That's
nothing. There's
funny.
nothing poetical about that shit.
That is funny.
I ain't gonna lie, it probably might get some pussy. It might get the pussy wet. It might make the dick hard every now and then. But like, from a very basic standpoint, like that's really all it really was. And I'm not knocking them for that because they did what they had to do. Like, but and I'm just saying this with the utmost respect. They did what they had to do, but I just could not fuck with that. That's why I had to leave. That's why I couldn't really be in that space no more. And a lot of those brothers and sisters in there really was all talk. A lot of them really weren't serious about this shit. I know because one of them actually snitched on the group too.
What you mean snitch? Hold on. What you mean snitch on the group?
Like, I'm saying he legit snitched. Like, he was like, oh, how these same niggas that talk about loving and respecting the black woman, they don't even they don't practice this shit. Keep in mind,
Him out there hating. Yeah, he must trying to holler at the girl. He
and again, I'm saying this with the utmost respect. I'm just simply just telling you what I heard, and I'm just like, okay, cool. Thank you for the confirmation. But brother, the same person that's saying, all this fuckery or just saying that all these particular individuals wasn't really about nothing. I got news to you, homie. You ain't about shit either.
Uh-huh.
Hey, hold on. I'm back right now. Hold on. I gotta ask this question before I go on to work. I'm still gonna listen to y'all talking. Are you talking about the book club? Somebody fished on the book club? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm not talking about the book club. I'm talking about what's the name? The poetry event.
Whoa. The one that was on Buchanan?
Huh?
The one on Buchanan? When we went to Buchanan?
Yeah, on the ledge. That's what I'm talking about. Now, as far as the book club is concerned, I didn't get any negative reviews from the men. I didn't get any negative reviews from you. I didn't get negative reviews from Pat. I didn't get negative reviews from Joseph, and Joseph helped me co-facilitate the shit. So I didn't get any negative, and even right down to some of the dudes that made 1 or 2 appearances. No, actually, it was only one guy that made 1 appearance, but I didn't get any negative reviews from them. In fact, I didn't get negative reviews from the females, but if I did, they weren't woman enough to tell me that shit to my face or in text.
That's so crazy.
So yeah, I wasn't talking about the book club. I was talking about on the list. And like I said, I acknowledge.
Hold on. I gotta know, because what man is saying? Well, hold on. Was he talking about you in particular, or was he talking about the whole, group as a whole? Like that one. Go ahead.
He wasn't talking about the curators of On the Ledge. He was talking about the men who showed up at the event that a lot of them wasn't shit. And I'm just like, okay,
yeah,
cool, but you ain't shit.
That's crazy. Wow.
Like, I almost told him, I was talking shit either. And I ain't have no dirty laundry. I ain't even trying to expose nobody either. I'm just.
Man said, cuz over there snitching. Man. That's the crazy.
I mean,
That's cool. That's why my black ass left, because I couldn't deal with it. Yeah, I'm not trying to start.
Hey, cuz, your stuff breaking up. I can't hear you.
That nature is just, this is real rap. This is wait. Hello, hello.
Yeah. Know what you're saying? Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool.
bro. Somebody playing Madden.
Man, you wish.
Yeah, not trying to stir no